One's a former NFL star turned esports coach.
Without getting the stink eye from my wife. She's like, "What you doing?" I'm like, "Nothing."
One might love his Switch more than his girlfriend.
Man, I hope she's not listening to this. Please.
And one's a dad who can't stop playing Rocket League.
These kids these days, they're like, we're used to jump and run.
Together, they welcome you to Ahman Green's Gamers Lounge.
Let that rock a little bit. Man, welcome into Ahman Green's Gamer Lounge. I'm your host, Ahman Green, and along with my good friend and pal, John Audius. Man, John, how you doing?
I'm doing awesome, Ahman. How are you?
I'm doing good, man. Just vibing. Got the music there, getting us, along with the intro, getting us going. So turn that down. No, doing good, man. Just I'm studying up. I'm doing an IT course online, and build my knowledge with dealing with all this stuff, computers and all that. So I'm in between class time right now, so I'm doing that. And over the weekend, that's today, and then yesterday we went to the facility, hang out with the kids, watch. We had a couple teams in the playoffs. We got Valorant right now is in the playoffs, getting ready. Next week, and then we have an NBA 2K player that's in the playoffs, and he went 5-3 in the regular season.
Nice.
Valorant, I think, went like 4. They were 500. I think they were 4-4, and so just getting the scrims, getting ready, watching them do that. But over the weekend, like we were just talking, I missed like half of what happened, but then I heard like the back end, like from my wife later. Like, so obviously one thing everybody's talking about. I don't know what type of slap they're gonna call it, but it's the slap that happened on worldwide. I don't say worldwide, nationwide television.
Worldwide.
Was it worldwide? Right.
Yeah.
My man Will Smith, love him to death. Great actor, great director, great person. Along with, and he just, as I say, pimp slap. Chris Rock. So it was just something like, did I just see? Is this real? Like, are they acting on? Are they playing? Are they doing their thing? Because it's Hollywood. I'm like, Will Smith. He really did that. I said he just really went gangster, where you're not supposed to be gangster. Only when you win an academy, like Denzel Washington, when he was the guy from Training Day. I was like, this is real. And then, like we were just talking before we went live, just this from that moment to now on, the media outlets online and social media, people commented and who, Will was wrong. He should have been, he shouldn't even been allowed out of, in the place no more, or Chris was wrong, and because Jada had alopecia and didn't know. So it's just interesting from that moment to now. The comments I see from people that I follow or follow me, online. It's just where we're the state of where we are, John, coming into the social media where everything is just, it's right there. You can hear about it, feedback for folks to see it. That's our time now. Because back when we were growing up, something happened, you hear word of mouth, and you're like, huh? And by the time it got to you, and then the story didn't change 4 or 5 times, Yeah. But now we get this information, boom, like right here, right now. It's just crazy.
Ahman, I was watching it.
Yeah.
And I watched it live as it happened, and I kind of saw what happened, and I thought, oh, it's part of the gag, Will Smith or whoever. I was half paying attention. Comes out on stage, slaps. There was probably a swear word said. That's why the audio dropped. I'm like, okay, so it's part of the deal. And then somebody swore. And now they're just, and I didn't even think anything of it. Then the audio returned, and Chris Rock was like, that's the greatest moment in television history. And I was just like, and the way he said it was so genuine. It wasn't as if he was acting. He said it as if he was like, seriously, like bewildered about what just happened. And so I thought to myself, my wife says, what just happened? Did something just happen? Did Will Smith hit Chris? I'm like, no, listen, this is the Oscars. This is all staged. They did it, the audio. And then I thought to myself, that reaction by Rock was so genuine. It seemed off. So I got on Twitter and I started looking, and everyone's asking. And I even put out the poll question at John Audius Radio on my Twitter. I said, was that real or was it staged? And
Oh, I said,
yeah,
I'm retweeting that right now.
Yeah, right after it happened, I put that out, and I think most people, I think it was, I'd have to double check the poll. I don't want to ruin my video here by getting off of it, but I think it was like 70 some percent said it was real, and so there's still a lot of people out there that still thought it was staged at the moment. And then when I saw like the uncensored, because you said it was worldwide, because there was like the audio from, I think it was I forget the country now, but and you could hear Will Smith in the background.
Yeah,
and
I heard that one. Yep.
Now this is where it got confusing in my head, Ahman, because Will Smith was, don't, say my wife's name, don't have my wife's name come out of your blanking mouth.
Right.
And I thought that was real. But then I thought he's also an actor who's about to win an Oscar. So is it still staged? I don't know. Hey, he's a good actor, Ahman.
They're both are. I said Will's a little bit, I say, better than Chris Rock. Chris Rock more comedic actor, but he has his, just being a judge of acting skills. I'm a big movie guy, so yeah, it's like okay. Can you pull that off?
The apologies came out. Yes. And once the apologies came out, I thought, okay, well, if this is staged, you're not apologizing. True. You wouldn't let the gag go on this long. So it was real. It was awkward. And honestly, Ahman, I don't know how a lot of people feel about it, but I kind of lost some respect for Will Smith, to be honest with you, because I understand what in his mind he was defending his wife, but I find it difficult to defend. I just
retweeted it. Bam.
What'd you retweet?
Your tweet.
What's the percentage?
Oh, hold on. Let me see. I hit the button. Let's see. Over here. If it's a vote.
It was like 70 some percent.
Oh, no, I didn't see that one. That part. I didn't see that part. I just saw the one main tweet you put.
Oh, I put a couple of different. I was asking, like, should Will Smith, since this is real, like, if you can't go up and slap other people, ask, should Will Smith be arrested? Like,
this is live. The Oscars is live. So at that time, very live. So it's like, okay, is he okay? What's the deal? You're like figuring out what's going to happen, who's going to, it just was interesting.
Well, I think what Big B just said too, I kind of agree with Big B. He says, if it was real, settle it off to the side, didn't have to slap the man. And Big B, I agree 1,000%. Yeah. Like, if you have a problem and you're steaming mad, I mean, there's got to be something going on with Will Smith.
A lot. I mean, if you saw his speech at the end, that kind of answered that question, but I'll let you finish.
No, I'm glad you said that, because you're right. The tears down his face, which, by the way, with his speech, he apologized to the Academy, but he didn't apologize to the guy he slapped. So in that moment, I'm pretty sure he was still feeling a little bit justified in what he did. But there's something going on with Will Smith, because you don't, number one, you don't hit people or slap people, and you don't do it when there are millions of people. I don't know. It just seemed like he could be steaming mad, but then afterwards, if you even want to go up and get in Chris Rock's face and make him know that I'm very angry about it, but you still, he cried. I don't know, man. I lost a lot of respect for Will Smith, which sucks, because Will Smith's awesome.
Yeah. I mean, like where I'm seeing it from a point of view of like looking at Will Smith's body of work, let's talk about the acting and where he has been in the game since Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, making music videos before that as the Fresh Prince of Fresh Prince. And I remember when he got on that first season of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, reading an article. I mean, I was older, obviously, because I was a kid when that thing came out. Saying that since he wasn't a true actor, he was getting, hard. It was hard for him to really get where he got. Trying to make that transition. Obviously, something doesn't work for entertainers going from one industry to another, and so people doubted him because he did that, and they just gave him a hard time. Saying from other actors, is saying it's kind of a street, just her little bugging with him, just to get where he has to work hard to gain his respect, basically. And so with knowing that, and then so many nominees of the Oscars, but not winning till now, a combination of that, And then like the stuff going on with Jada having the alopecia, nobody was aware of that. So you got layers of stuff, and he's a family. He's human on top of that. So I'm not condoning in any of this, but I'm saying you gotta look at the person and then dissect them, because when you wake up every morning, something's going on. The people that know in your media, they'll know, but then the people outside, like coworkers or maybe close friends, they may not know, and then a stranger on the streets definitely don't know. Right. Somebody that's never crossed your path definitely don't know. And when you break those layers down, but you start to peel back, you can see why. Like when I was watching his award talk when he won, and just seeing the way he was saying that, and knowing this is me oblivious to the slap because I missed it while I was studying. But so watching that speech, you could see the triggers as he's talking is making him cry or apologize or say what he's saying.
Yeah.
Because, and now it makes sense. Now I know what I know, because I've seen the video 1,000 times. It's like, hold up. I was like, oh, it's some real stuff going on. I mean, he's human.
Mm-hmm.
And I think some fans out there, you got to remember that people like Will Smith, people like Chris Rock, Jada, I'll throw myself in there, not comparing me on my level because they are superstars in their own right, but you got to realize we're just as human as anybody else, walking and talking, breathing, doing a podcast.
Right.
And we have the same things going on in our lives that will go on to somebody that they say, oh, so-and-so don't go through that. You never know.
Right.
You never so. So I was seeing those little things, and that's why all of it is like just interesting. Our family, chiming in on it, things like that. So it's just been, I say, interesting last 3 days from 2 days from Sunday.
I do real quick, a couple final thoughts on this if we're wrapping this up. I do worry is not the right word, but I wonder if, I think a comedian, I forget who it was, put out a tweet that said, okay, well now Will Smith just made it okay for every heckler at a club to come up and assault a comic if they don't like the jokes that are happening. And you know how the state of the world we're in. Dave Chappelle had all this stuff with his special. Like, what's to stop? Did he just open up the door for people to say,
you're right,
you know what? I don't have to assault and hit and hurt somebody. I can go up, embarrass, and slap somebody too. I don't know. That's a question.
Ooh, that's a fantastic question.
Right. If you don't like a joke, if it's not about a group of people that you feel is being attacked or whatever, like maybe that allows somebody to kind of think in that way, and I don't like that. Right. And then, did you notice? And I put this out on my Twitter and on my Instagram at JohnCast Podcast as well.
Right.
After he slaps, he goes back. Keep your wife's name out my blanket mouth.
Yeah.
He's like, it's a G.I. Jane joke, and then it's keep my wife's. And that was the one, like, okay, dude, it's done. And then Rock pauses and he goes, okay. Like, did you notice that? I have the clip of Rock saying, I could. And I wish Rock would have. I wish Rock, because in that moment, what I think was happening in Chris Rock's mind is, I could come back at you strong right now, man. Like I'm a veteran. I'm a pro at this comedy stuff. And you're just a heckler at this point. And I could crush you at this moment with my words. And I think he backed off and just said, no, that's not going to happen. Did you notice that?
Yes, I did. Yeah. I try not to watch it a whole lot. I say I could count on both between, be honest, about this many times. I've watched it, this many times. And I think I don't, and I'm, because I already know it, and because it's just something I don't want to be like stuck in my head. Something that is interesting. It's just so to see that live and to know, weird. It is what it is. It is interesting. Everybody in the world's going to be talking about it, like us, and for weeks and weeks on end. But at that time, we're moving on. All right, this is what we're moving here on the show for sure. So we get into some quick hit news bites. So we got you up, John. You're up first. Here. What you got? What you got here, man? What you cooking with?
Okay, so I've been seeing this the last couple of weeks on social media, and I thought this was fun if we just kind of went through it. I don't know if you can scroll in or zoom in on that a little bit more to kind of get a better look at these pictures. But this is LeBron James throughout the years in all the 2K video games, I believe, and this is courtesy of hoopshype.com. And we've seen this with you, Ahman, in Madden, and we saw one with Tom Brady put out, I think when Brady joined the Bucks. But it's really fun to watch the progression of the graphics of a video game. And you can just see LeBron start to become more and more realistic. And this is something obviously that's been happening forever in video games, from double dribble to whatever, to NBA 2K22. What do you think of when you see different, even like yourself or Tom Brady throughout the years in these video games just get better and better and better?
Just shaking my head like I'm doing right now. I'm just like, I remember some of these graphics because I played some of the games, not all of them, but to see it, the quality, and like some of the, like this one, even in, what was this? NBA Live, I think this was 06. Looks like you could start to see the sweat beads on his face, things like that. And you could just see the quality of next gen stuff popping up. And from the gaming side of it, from the developers, for the companies like Microsoft, PlayStation that work on console games, and then because this is mostly a console game, but you can play this on PC. But yeah, just seeing where it was and like where it's at now, it's like, man, that's kind of scary. It's just getting so good.
And remember the PS5 launched and they had Zion in the trailer or at the event they had to announce the PS5, and I remember thinking, is that real? Like this thing is going to get to a point where it's just going to be, it already is kind of that point. And Eeyore, by the way, NBA Jam #1, it makes me want to just get some CTRL cinnamon toast, sit down and play my buddies in NBA Jam or NFL Blitz.
Right. Oh man. That was, and I'm wondering, I was hoping for me, like my game between my friends in high school was Tecmo Bowl, and we just go at it. And then have little mini fights. My man Andy's mom's door, unfortunately, we destroyed it like 4 times, wrestling into getting it because of wins and losses on Tecmo Bowl. So,
of course.
So, for me here, I got hold on, getting this camera set up. Camera information up. I got here the Activision Blizzard. Oh, this is the main. Is this the? Oh, that's the charity one. Hold on, I got the. So they got approved first. I'm gonna go with the kind of good to the better, a little bit better. So we got Activision. A judge finally decides on some of the, things are coming down with Activision and what's happened in the past year since all the lawsuits came out. So a judge approves with Activision that Activision gets a $18 million harassment settlement from the California District of Court judge, basically for the state of California from the recent events, obviously. But here in this article, it just talks about the breakdown of that and how part of this harassment settlement is going to be in the next thing I talk about is building out programs within the company to make sure this doesn't happen again, basically. And so that's their fine, and then they're obviously raising some of the other funds to do these programs, like the next one here on the screen here. So they want to launch this Level Up initiative. So it is basically here, it says right here in the line too, it's the first iteration of a 3-month program that is designed to teach participants the basics of game development, ultimately preparing them for engineering roles with the company, with classroom guest speakers, and then they get a room and board, basically. So it's giving people equal opportunity chances to be a part, and then obviously learn how to be more of a professional out there. You know what I'm saying? In the world, John.
That's pretty cool. And we've talked a lot about Activision, Blizzard, and everything that they've kind of gone through. Mm-hmm. So this seems like a step in the correct way, right?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. So it's just because we've heard all the last year and everybody, and I hope everybody's like healing up and coming out of that and still able to, get back to a normal way of living. Because obviously this was a big story, and that's why we're still talking about it now. But hopefully now these are the steps for the road to recovery and get everything set in that world where people, feel good about working at that company. So now we got the game, John, that
All
we love
right.
to play.
All right.
So we got this or
This.
that.
Or that.
Ooh, all
Oh.
from the mind of Ahman Green. It is time for this or that, and it's brought to you by Athletic Greens. Athletic Greens, you should, well, Ahman, here, let me get to you. Tons of people take multivitamins, but it's important to choose one that is top quality. And with one delicious scoop of AG, that's Athletic Greens, you're absorbing 75 high-quality vitamins, minerals, superfoods, probiotics, and adaptogens to start your day right. It's going to help support gut health, your nervous system, your immune system, your energy, your recovery, your focus, and your aging. It's also lifestyle friendly. You know what I got to do? I got to start drinking Athletic Greens during the podcast, Ahman.
Yeah. You gotta help them out.
That should be a thing. It's lifestyle friendly and fits a wide range of diets. There's only 1 gram of sugar and no chemicals or anything like that. So reclaim your health and arm your immune system with convenient daily nutrition. Just 1 scoop of water every day. That's it. And Athletic Greens is going to give you a free 1-year supply of immune-supporting vitamin D and a free travel pack with your first purchase. All you have to do is visit athleticgreens.com/believe. That's BLEAV. athleticgreens.com/BLEAV. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Athletic Greens, take ownership of your health.
There you
Okay.
go.
This or
Beautiful.
that. What's the first
All
one
right.
we got? Come on.
First one we got up here. Be oppositely wealthy, so dumb wealthy for a year, or poor forever but never have to pay bills.
Poor forever, never have to pay bills or obscenely. Now you get to keep your wealth after a year, or does your wealth disappear?
No, yeah, keep it. You keep it. You keep it.
Oh, I'll take the wealth for a year. Because if I have the wealth, I'll just pay the bills, and it just seems like I don't have bills anyway.
Right. Yep. So I'm there with you. You know, you get to, you know, I don't like writing. I don't like paying bills. You know, you got to first keep things on, but it's like, oh, if I save it right, and then you can put it in an account somewhere and accrue interest. You know, so there you go. Anybody in the chat, everybody's like, oh, maybe. Let me see here. We got JFK here. Says wealthy, because usually wealthy people get things for free anyway.
That is true, right? You hear about like these celebrities or whatever, and they get all this. Even the Super Bowl MVP, Ahman, gets a car.
Right. Yes, and I kind of the last part of that JFK. Yeah, I'm with you there because I've been the recipient of that, and it occurred to me probably by within my first year, halfway through my rookie year, and I'm like, wait a minute, I just became a pro football player, and why am I still getting things I don't really have to sit there and contemplate? You know, if I buy this, I'm like, this is weird. I said, I'm getting free stuff when I can afford to buy most of this stuff. I said, this has got to be the most backwardest. I was like, what? Okay. I was like, that's interesting.
It's a good point. It's a good point.
It doesn't add up. Doesn't add up. I'll see about this next question here.
Ooh. Live in space or live in the ocean. So either way, you're going to have some sort of apparatus, right, to breathe.
Correct. There you go. Yeah.
I'm going to go with the ocean. Well, no, the ocean is full of stuff that would kill you.
What you think is this? You don't think space is like that?
Well, I mean, like predators, like I'm hungry, I'm going to come eat this person. I think I'd rather be in space, but then you lose all your muscle mass in space and you come down, you can't even walk.
Well, not if you do like Goku, from Dragon Ball Z, how they be training in the zero gravity. And there you go. You won't get all skinny,
Okay, I'll live in space and I'll train out in space.
Go space. I'm going to go space too. I love the ocean. I love there's parts of the ocean that still have not been discovered or touched by or seen by man. But it's obviously there. Being in the planet, it's an end to that. There's no end to space. It's like infinite possibilities of where you could go. All that nonsense. So that's why I'm like space all day. You just go out there. You go to that galaxy far, far away. That's the one galaxy It's like I want to go with. Say if I could go to that galaxy, and not, it's like a 50. Because if you go there, it's gonna be tough. You go, the empire is gonna be, cutting prices down, messing with your stream quality, pulling back your bandwidth. You're like, do I want to do it? And then they could kill you just like that, or have some guy come and force choke you out.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest, Ahman, when I thought live in space, I thought I was like living in the International Space Station and just orbiting Earth. But you're telling me
that's one possibility. That's what I'm just saying. If you had the options, wouldn't you do like, you know what? I'm gonna go to that galaxy far, far away.
Yeah. It's weird. And it's weird to think that galaxies are so far away that like to have the science fiction technology to get there, like this is the only way you can get there. Like you look at the stars at night, you're like, we can't even get there like without taking like 2 billion years or 1 million years or at the speed of light. You know what I mean? It's like weird. It doesn't even make sense.
Oh, exactly, John. It doesn't make sense.
Doesn't.
All right. Well, you know what doesn't make sense because they probably eat this on the space station up there with you. This one doesn't make sense.
Oh, why you got to do that? Oh, the worm, because you can swallow it and it's just slimy. Just whoop. Nobody wants to crunch a cockroach.
Nah, I'm with you there. I mean, everybody's had them in your house growing up. You know them. You've seen them. You probably named them.
Yeah. I should probably let people know who are listening and not watching on Twitch. Eat earthworms or cockroaches is the question.
That's it. Like I said, if you be real, you probably named a couple. Hey, that's his name is Tyrone, and there's Luther over there. Because what the hell? They bigger. We need to be feeding them. Mom, are these our pets? It's like what? If you grew up where I grew up, it happened. So I'm gonna go earthworm for sure. Eat earthworm. It's quick, like you said. It goes right down the chute. Boom.
Yeah.
And it's good for you. It's from the earth. They're earthworm.
Is it? I don't know.
I mean, they're mostly in the ground. Let's just say that.
Okay, that's true.
When you pull up an old tree stump, what you see a whole bunch of worms, and they're running trying to get back in the dirt, basically. Oh, we got Big B says, what? Anyone see the movie How to Eat Fried Worms? What?
I think there was a book when I was a kid.
Really?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I read that book as like a 10-year-old or something.
Oh.
Fried worms?
That sounds like a kid's book. Sounds like a big book. They're mine. I'll take a Sour Patch Worm if I could change with the name. Oh, JFK, that's a good one right there, homie.
Sour Patch Worm.
A Sour Patch Worm. You gotta find that. Or you know what? You could put that out there. Call them up. Never know.
Earthworms.
Earthworms for Big B. Yeah. Big there.
Oh, the next one by Eeyore. Don't. Oh,
I eat worms with eggs and. When you're in Cub Scout.
Hold on.
In Cub Scout, so when you're a kid, was that forcible? Was that because you needed to eat, or you just ate it, involuntarily? I need to know that answer for sure.
I ate worms with eggs. At first, I thought Eeyore meant like the worm had eggs, like it was a
scramble or over easy. That's all I need to know. Scrambled or over easy with the eggs, Eeyore.
We need to know.
We need to know. Knowing is half the battle.
Oh, Big B says you can cook worms like bacon.
What? Well, they don't taste like bacon.
I was gonna say, are they crispy like bacon? I might like an earthworm.
Maybe. That's one thing I haven't done. I haven't had earthworm. I don't expect to do it anytime soon. Oh, interesting.
All right. Let's go to the next one.
All right, next one here. It is only see in black and white or never hear again. Shout out to Coda that won the Academy Award. Written or directed by a man that doesn't, can't hear. The guy who won the Oscar. It's like, oh, did not know that.
Yeah, I saw that. I haven't seen Coda. Have you?
Not yet. We're going to watch it soon.
Yeah, I'm going to have to watch that too. I guess I'd rather keep all my senses, even if it is in black and white. So I'd rather see in black and white.
Boom. Yeah, that's easy breezy. Yeah.
Although if you did lose your hearing, it would be bad, I'm sure, in certain situations, but I don't know. I'd rather lose my hearing than my sight, I guess.
Yeah, I say because like you said, you just miss a color. It's like being colorblind, basically.
Yeah, and then you can buy those cool glasses that you see people put on in those Instagram videos. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah.
No, I don't. Hold on.
Okay, so there are glasses for colorblind people, Ahman. You should watch these videos. They're very emotional and very uplifting.
Okay.
But they design, there's glasses you can buy for colorblind people that they put on, and then it like filters the light somehow where it makes them see colors. And there's people like never seen colors before. They put them on. They're like, oh my God. And they get very emotional because they're like, this is red. I don't know. Like, it's pretty cool. Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty sweet. Okay. Nice. That's interesting. We have people Eeyore.
Oh, Big B has the best. I never even thought about this, Big B.
Oh, sorry, Eeyore. But black
what
and
if you're
white, but are you colorblind?
Hey, are you colorblind, Big B?
It's a lot, probably. And I think the percentage to men over women is, I think we, for whatever our genetics are as men.
Yeah. Do you know, I think Big B on the Twitch chat says they need colorblind contacts.
Yeah. Interesting.
That would be great.
That's a game changer. That's a game changer right there. That is a game changer. All right. Next one on the list here. Interesting one.
Speak like a duck or look like a worm.
So we just talking about eating worms. So now you're gonna look like one. Now you can have those nightmares of eating worms and cooking them and everything. Speak like a duck.
I think I'd want to speak like a duck.
Man, you know what? I'm with you. You know why? What you thinking? I'll give you. You go first. You go first.
I don't know. I'd rather speak like a duck than look like a worm, I guess.
Okay, this is why you speak like a duck, and I said why I'm with you. You be the best voiceover actor of any duck cartoon. Boom, voice actor, baby.
The new DuckTales season, you're in.
Donald Duck and all the family, whatever. That'll be, and it'd be a natural. It'd be like, man, you're so authentic. Like, yeah, I know.
The voiceover work of a duck. Yeah.
Yes, there you go. Maybe you could turn that negative into a positive, because you sound like a duck, but then boom, make some money.
I love it. Okay, I'm a duck.
We got Big Boom Howard says like Donald Duck or what?
Or
like
duck.
Or duck.
Like a duck.
You mean Donald Duck? I mean, it's Donald Duck and it's Daffy Duck.
Well, he's asking, do you sound like a cartoon duck, or do you sound like a real duck out in the wild?
Either one, I think, because then you could still talk. Like you can put words together and do the duck sound. So you see what I'm saying? So
yeah.
It works anyway.
I like that.
I get
I'll
it
be
now.
a duck.
Yeah, duck. As I said, I don't think everybody thought about that. Anyway, that hit me just now. Like, boom, you know what? I sound like a orangutan or a dragon, turkey. But voiceover acting, boom. Next item on the list here. Hitting the stomach a little bit.
Ooh, only eat your favorite foods or never have your favorite food ever. Well, on the surface, Ahman, this appears to be very one-sided, right? Only eat your favorite foods. But if your favorite foods are just like a bunch of junk food, like you never have a chance to just give your body a break from, because I'm gonna be honest, a lot of my favorite foods aren't the healthiest.
Right. And people claim that, a bag of Doritos, that's the dairy or that's fruits. When you're eating junk food. I'm like, I ate my Starburst. I got my fruit, my vitamins in me. I'm like, man, that's Starburst. It's processed sugar right in your face. That
doesn't do anything. Your body's just like, what do we do with this? Here, fat.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think, or never, but see, never have your favorite food.
I say, I'm gonna be like, only eat food. So I could do it. I could only eat my favorite foods. I could do it.
I think I'd have to only eat my favorite foods and then just work out like Ahman does. Right? It would force everyone to be like just a monster at the gym.
There you go. Well, you think I do what I do? I love to eat, so that's why I work out. Because if I didn't work out, it'd be problems. You'd be seeing it'd be like me in that costume that Eddie Murphy had on a Nutty Professor. You'd be like, what the heck wrong with mine?
I was actually the Nutty Professor.
Eddie Murphy back in the day.
That's crazy. All right, what else we got?
I think that's.
Is that it?
I think that's it.
We went through all of them.
Yeah, that was quick. Hey, time flies when you're having fun.
Yeah,
time flies when you're having fun. So we are headed over to game releases, John.
Release the games. It's time for the game releases. Game releases.
So, John, you're up first, buddy.
All right. So the reason I picked this game is because this week I went to Target, and you know those big round red balls they have at Target?
Yeah.
So at the Target I was at, they put Kirby, like a cloth Kirby over it. So it's a big round Kirby. And so I was like, oh, what's going on there? And so obviously it was because of the new release Kirby and the Forgotten Land on the Nintendo Switch. It's about $50 to $60.
Yeah.
It was released last week, but it's the 17th mainline installment in the Kirby series. Did you know that?
No, I haven't played it enough to know that, but I know it's been around.
And
I knew it's been around the block.
First Kirby game in full 3D. So I saw that at Target. And I was like, ooh, I want to, because I remember as a kid, it was Kirby like became popular like after Mario, right? I mean, what was the first Kirby video game?
I would say what year? I would say maybe the early 90s.
Yeah. Yep. I was thinking
Super Mario Brothers, that was coming out of the 70s, like part of 79, 80, 81, somewhere in there.
Yeah. So this was probably early 90s or whatever for Kirby. And if you're into that, or if you're like me, you can float off on an all-new adventure. Kirby, explore in 3D stages as you discover a mysterious world with abandoned structures from a past civilization. Copy enemies' abilities like the new drill and ranger and use them to attack, explore your surroundings, and save the kidnapped Waddle Dees. So this it looks like a throwback for those who maybe are familiar with the Kirby series or one of the 17 installments. And it just looked like a fun 3D world type of game. And like I said, I saw the advertisement outside of Target for it, basically. And I thought, let's talk about Kirby.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I like Kirby. I know for Smash, that's one of my go-to players when I play Smash. I'm a Kirby guy. But, yeah, seeing this game kind of reminds me of one of the Mario Brothers. Was it Mario World or something that came out a little bit ago?
The one in N64.
Yep. It kind of reminded me of that. And because even though it's Mario and this is Kirby, but you got those little characters doing like an RPG type of style, a game, so it's just pretty neat. So it's coming out. It is spring of 22.
It is out.
Yeah, it is out now. And so Big B says got MLB will be out this Friday. And,
nice.
For everybody to check out baseball, and then regular baseball, I think is going on because they had the little dispute. So we got regular baseball going on too, or coming back sooner than later. They got delayed a little bit. So, all right, for my game, man, I'm so excited. John. What type of what's my favorite movie genre out there?
Horror.
Yes, I found one. Oh man, I saw this. So this is In Nightmare, and like I said, horror movie vibe all the way through here. It's on PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5. Look at that. I love it for $19. So that is at a great price there. So, In Nightmare is a narrative-driven horror adventure game combining sneak action with diverse puzzles. It follows a young boy in search of his the lost hope of who he loved. Is working out in his salvation by navigating through his own fear. So this is him. Man, look at these monsters, man. This is fire. Then you gotta do puzzles, man. So they're basically pushing your heart rate up and then making you have to pass a test. And you got the graphics looks great. The creatures are diabolical right there. I mean that hurt her right there. That's just messing. That's just trying to mess you up right there, where you scarred for life.
This is right up your alley.
Man, I was like, what? I was like, oh, got me a horror game going on. It's only for $20.
It's only 20.
$20, bro. I said, I'm like, this is it. I said, we got one out. We got a live one here. I was like, man, that is one heck of a price. All right, so going to seeing what's on stream, John. That's where we're at next.
Row, row, row your boat gently up the... sorry. Excuse me. It's time for What's on Stream.
Oh, so welcome to What's on Stream. So for the podcast listeners, you don't see me and John, but we're like rowing a boat down the river. We're simulating that. So just to give you a picture, an idea of what goes down when we get introed into what's on stream on the show here. So my stream here, I say what's on stream for me, John, is one of my favorite video game series started last week, and I'm just loving life. So we got Halo on Paramount Plus here, and it's like, yes to the video game gods. Thank you for bringing this into my life. I've been waiting for this for a long time. Movie, but they've done movies before. But in little fun series like Red and Black, hilarious little skits, comedy of the show. But something really full length, grade A, as you know, go to the theaters, or this is an exclusive stream, and boom, it's here.
Your rage.
So if you don't know the storyline, and if you know me, you definitely know it. So it's you head into the 26th century with the high where am I? Hold on, where am I?
Hold on.
I messed up. I was reading the wrong area. There we go. So you follow Master Chief as a cybernetic enhanced super soldier defends humanity from the alien covenant in the 26th century. So I was in the wrong area on the read page there. So there you go. So if you don't know that story, you're not a Halo fan, because that is obviously the origin story of Master Chief. Getting introduced to all of us in the gaming world. Great cast. We have Pablo Schreiber. He was actually one of the guards in Orange is the New Black. Okay. We have Jen Taylor, who plays Katana, and then Natisha McLono also plays Cortana, I guess the developer of that. Danny Sapani, he's going to be Captain Jacobson. And new actress here, Yan Ha, plays Quan Ha. And Bokeem Woodbine, old school Bokeem Woodbine from Hustle and Flow, plays Sorn 066. So you just see they brought in, and they come off the top rope. I watched the first episode, John.
Yeah. And
it is rated, like it should be, it's pretty much probably rated R.
Yeah.
They came off the top rope. I'm like, oh, they shooting. Like, and because they're killing. The Covenant come in like what? He basically coming in like Debo. And I'm like, they is shooting. They is really firing and they killing things. Like,
that's awesome. Does that translate well? Because sometimes you wonder if the video game will translate to the TV series or the movie, but you seem to be just really engaged with this one.
Yeah, it was like, what? I was like, did I just see? In the first, it had some scenes where it's, battle fighting, shooting, coming off of the ship, and it was like pop, pop, pop. Like the shots were firing, they were real. They getting down to the nitty gritty. This is not, this is more than an adapted video game to TV or big screen or what have you. They really took it, and I remember, seeing some videos back in the day, like years ago, about developing something for it once it hits a bigger market type movie for this game. Is that we're gonna try to which is always hard, try to take the the game that plays on the console or the computer, make sure when you do it for the big screen that you kind of reset it and like recalibrate it. You don't want to match everything that the video game does, because some of it doesn't translate over onto the big screen or something like a platform like this. So I was like, they did that, and it looks good. But as I said, they come hard in the paint, so you gotta put your seatbelt on.
Yeah, that looks awesome.
When you playing this, so we got.
Is Paramount? Real quick question: is Paramount Plus free?
No.
Okay.
It is but it's like $9.99 or $5.99. They nickel and dime you. What is wrong with my chair? You see my chair dropping?
Yeah, what's going on?
Hey, I need a new chair. Sponsor. Anybody out there?
You don't even want to see the chair I'm sitting in. You want to see the chair I sit in for my podcast?
Do
you want to see the chair I sit in?
I mean, yeah. Let's check that out. Let's see
You
what
ready?
John said.
Ready for
Yeah,
this?
I'm ready. I'm ready. Is it?
Plain
At least
old
you
wood
got back.
chair.
Well, I mean, that's good. That's a kitchen chair. Boom. It's got.
I need a
Yeah,
new. I need a gaming chair. Is what I need back here.
yeah. See, sponsor. See, there we go. You see it dropping again. We
Yeah.
got JFK says Snowfall. Anyone? Snowfall is fire. That is fire. It's the last directorial of John Singleton, the director of Boys in the Hood. He brought this series out, and it's like on season 5, JFK, and it's basically like the neighborhood I grew up in Los Angeles, John, not far away, and you got this young, the main actor, doing his hustle and flow there in South Central.
So what is that on? What's Snowfall on?
Snowfall's on JFK. It's either AMC or Fox.
Okay.
Yeah.
I Google it.
Yeah, it's a good show. It's a good show. Like season 4 or 5 starting up real soon here. So what is your
My impression of Ahman?
My seat keeps falling. I'm
down
just letting
here
go. Oh man.
Oh, for me?
Yeah, what did you got, John? What's on stream?
Well, your recommendation led me to watch The Adam Project on Netflix, which I loved. But we've already talked about this. So here's my pick. It's on Disney Plus. It's my daughter's really into this one. It's called Turning Red. And this is the description on IMDb. A 13-year-old girl named Mylan turns into a giant red panda whenever she gets too excited. Mainland, excuse me.
Yeah.
So that's it. That's pretty much the show. And she tries to, deal with that. That's the boy band group. This is actually set in early 2000s in Toronto. Like,
right.
It just seems like a weird, setting. Like usually I don't think of the setting of a kids movie like this, but they're like, they will go to Toronto 2001. But it's entertaining. It's fun. It's great for the family. If you have little kids, they're going to love it.
Yeah. We watched this, me and the wife. I'm a kids movie guy.
Yeah.
So yeah, watched this, loved it. They thought it was hilarious, and it has a good little, like some kids, Disney movies that they do. It has a message in there for you. Dealing with emotions, dealing with family, being truthful, being honest. Treating people a certain way, which is mostly a good way most of the time. So yeah, I thought it would. And then it has this, it's a Disney movie. It just doesn't. There's entertainment throughout. It's fun. They hit on every little. They tug on things, your heartstrings and all that fun stuff.
And just after watching it a couple of times, my daughter's already trying to quiz me on the names of the characters and the friends, and I'm like, I have no idea. I just know there's a red panda in it.
Yep. Yeah, I saw the previews. I wasn't sure if it was a panda, until I saw the actual movie. I couldn't tell if it was a panda or like a dog.
Right.
I saw the preview of Clifford not too long ago.
Yeah.
I was like, is this another big animal movie or big dog movie? But then when I saw it and saw the preview and then saw the movie, I'm like, oh, that's pretty dope.
Yeah, it's a fun movie, and like ER says there, it's a great coming of age movie. I agree, ER. Well said. Yep.
So Snowfall is on FX, John.
Okay.
There you go.
So there's my pick. Turning Red, Disney Plus.
Yeah, it's a fun movie. Like, I'm gonna watch this. This got me hooked. I'm a movie, that's another little genre. So I love horror. And then I'll say kids movies has a little, because I was once a kid.
Right.
As I look like right now, sitting in my chair. They're
fun. They're well done, and they're both pushed toward kids and adults. Right. They're kind of geared toward kids, and they've got some kind of adult type of humor or anything like that too. And a lot of these, they're fantastic. Kids movies are great.
Yeah, it's fun. So, and when you got Disney doing them, which we already know what they do, they put out hits, hit after hit after hit, and they got the amusement park. What I'm doing? I'm hitting wrong buttons here.
Giveaway time.
No, that's not happening.
Okay.
No, but unfortunately, you know what time it is. This is the end of the show, John.
Oh.
We wrapped it up, man. So that's what's going on.
It was a good show. I like the
Great
show.
show.
A lot of
Great
Will
show.
Smith slapping talk.
Yeah, there's a lot of breakdown and analysis of how that went down. It's continuing to get analyzed for the rest of our lives.
Last question for you.
Okay.
What would you have done if you were Chris Rock? and someone came on stage and slapped you, and you're in front of millions of people, you're
Right.
I mean, kind of put yourself in those shoes.
Yeah.
Because I think
would
he handled
say-
it pretty well. As about as
Yeah, they know he handled it like a pro.
Mhm.
For it being somebody I know, and they know they're very, they're really good friends.
right.
And unfortunately, this happens to be between friends. So I see a friend that's really close to me, i.e. you, and I say my guys I went to high school with. I mean, like, before I even, want to go lunge at him, I'm like, hold on, what's wrong with you, bro? Like,
You okay?
man,
Yeah.
like, you okay? Because hold on, I'm gonna give you that bit if you my boy, you having a bad day, because I just hold that back a little bit.
It's going down. You are alive.
What? No, what?
It's going down.
Oh, if it's a friend, there's my wife over here.
What is she saying?
She said it's going down.
It's going down. You already know. If somebody hits you,
Well,
I flinch and tick you.
It depends. Like, if I don't know that person, then yeah. Or if I'm in a bad day myself, hey, it's gonna be a problem.
Well, that's
So I
hilarious.
was like, what the heck? What's going
We got
on here?
a third co-host. I love
I've
it.
been trying to get her on the show. She
should. She
she's
should
gonna eventually
co-host
get
from
on
the
this
other
thing.
room and just scream things that we miss.
That's what we're planning. Hopefully, we can get her to do that. I've been trying to get her to do that for a while.
Love it.
Because we definitely got two different opinions about certain things. Most of it food, but we'll just
Okay.
say that, I think that'll be entertaining. So, all right, John. Hey, there's we got here's our social stuff. I think I have it up. I had it up. I think I put it. Boom. Follow us there. Instagram, Twitter, all that fun stuff. We live in. Oh, I almost forgot. We live in the podcast realm as well. iHeart, Pandora, Spotify. Download us, rate us, review us, all that fun stuff. Please do that. That helps us coming back. That gets us better. All that fun stuff. And then on TikTok too, putting up videos there. John doing your thing too, right? Is on there at the bottom. John Cat Podcast or John
Cast podcast on Instagram and Twitter. Yep.
Get it. Listen to. He got some fun stuff going on there, and then we have a few Gamer Lounge. You got my account on there on Instagram, and then the Gamers Lounge AGG underscore or the AGG Lounge Gamers Lounge on Instagram and Twitter as well. So appreciate everybody on the stream today participating, hanging out with us. And it says JFK says wifey said you cap of mine. You're sweet. What? Before I was logging on, I'm like, hold up. That's the wife she chiming in. Is she in the chat somewhere right now? She got a different name. I didn't understand. I missed. Oh man, yeah. Nah, we good. So see you next week, man. Everybody listen, have a good evening, or I say good rest of your Wednesday. Okay. Wednesday here. All right. Peace out. Mm-mm. 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 Mm-mm.